Hello, amazing and beautiful Army of Light. This is Shawna L. Francis, and today is October 28th, 2022. Thank you so much for watching today's Ascension Daily Update. Care of Melchizedek today. I worked with them a lot. I had a lot of energy work. I took a nap in the middle of my work with them, and then a lot of channeling. So I have quite a bit to go through with you guys, so it's exciting. A couple of housekeeping items here before we get into it. I am not planning on making a video tomorrow, Saturday. I'm emptying out my storage unit with some help. It's going to be an all-day ordeal, so I don't expect to make a video tomorrow, but I expect to be back here on Sunday if everything goes according to plan. And second of all, we are doing an Army of Light Zoom support call here. We'll do a Zoom call on Tuesday, November 1st at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'll put the information in the description here below with the Zoom link and the time so you guys can mark that on your calendars. I really hope you can join me, join all of us. It's kind of an open forum and gives you a chance to share and to hear what other people have going on, and we can support each other in that way. All right, so getting into this here with Melchizedek. We kind of got started, and remember, I'm still in this acclimation period with them where it's not coming from my mind, it's more from my heart center, my solar plexus. So it's putting me a little bit off kilter with them. It's been a lot of energy work in the last week, not as much talking. Today we did both. We did a lot of energy work and a lot of talking. And at one point I actually fell asleep for an hour and a half in the middle of our work together. We were tuning into the heart, and I just drifted off. So I think that's maybe, well, it's not the first time it's happened, but it's been a while since that's happened to me. So anyway, here they kind of got into this pretty quickly and just said, this is Melchizedek, and we are right here, darling, as committed as ever to this path. So it's always nice to hear. I said, hello, team. And they said here, you're starting to get a feel for how this communication is changing. It's not quite as linear with the words being spoken in a sentence. It's more about general thoughts, concepts, ideas. There's definitely some linear conversation happening, but it's more than that. There are impressions that you're receiving, feelings, knowing. And this is where this is going, dear one. Focus right here on the heart with us. And so I focused on the heart, and that's when I totally fell asleep for an hour and a half. I slept forever. I woke up, I'm like, oh, hi, sorry, didn't mean to completely conk out on you guys. And they said, no worries, that was perfect. We were able to continue doing our energy work with you. You needed the sleep. There's been a lot going on energetically and a lot going on in my world, so that was fine. And they said they were able to continue with their energy work while I was snoozing on the couch. All right. So kind of coming back from that, and here's what they had to say. What we're doing is striving for an equilibrium, albeit an equilibrium that is at a higher vibrational level, the new normal. The new equilibrium where the highs are much higher and the lows are still very high vibration. It's raising the bar on the equilibrium. All right. So we're always doing this. We're always going to be fluctuating up and down with our vibration depending on what's going on. So instead of me being down here fluctuating, I'm going to be up here fluctuating. So I guess that's where they're going. That's how I understood that. Does that make sense? And I said, yes. So we take this time with you to raise this bar permanently so that you may be serving the collective at this higher frequency at all times. And honestly, folks, this is what you're being asked to do also. Remember that we have a specific collective energetic grid here that we are all a part of. If you are drawn to these messages and these frequencies, you know, you're part of this collective, you're part of this grid. So just know that and feel that deeply. How exciting is this? This is so fun. All right. And as we spoke about recently, sometimes you also have to strive to meet us at this new level. Always, always being extremely aware of your field, of your emotional state, being aware of us in your field, knowing your triggers, knowing when you're tired, listening to the cues of your body, being very much in tune with all the frequencies you encounter and how they impact your field. This is a lot of what Karina Porterfield and I did the other day for that energy work that she was doing with me, really raising my awareness of this. I really don't consider myself to be an empath, although I feel that we all are on some level. So I don't really pay too much attention to kind of those outside energetic influences. But this is exactly what Melchizedek wanted to talk about today. So I'm going to get into this. They said this will become easier as you continue to anchor your light at higher and higher levels. And after this, we'll be able to go much deeper with the communications for the expanded team. You guys here. Today, some recommendations for you. Okay. And when they say you, they mean all of us. Be acutely aware of your field. Be conscious of other energies coming into contact with your field. Being a good steward of your vibratory rate. Having a keen awareness of other frequencies that may not be your own and how to transmute those. Okay. Particularly for light workers. Particularly for those of us who are wanting to hold a higher vibration, hold light for the rest of the folks here who may not be able to do so at this time. All right. They said, let us talk about this. You sit here as a singularity where you are able to encapsulate a variety of vibratory rates. Imagine, if you will, that you are one note being played within a chord with many other notes. And there are many chords that comprise an overall tone. Melchizedek uses this metaphor a lot in all the Paul Selig books. So they go into this idea that vibration as sound, as tone. We are either in a chord or out of a chord with these tones, this vibration, okay? You are part of a specific collection of individual notes and chords that make up this tone. And at any moment you can decide, will your note be in alignment with the larger tone, or is it going to be out of alignment? Will there be discord? You're also in choice deciding, are you playing in a low octave or in a high octave? All these choices. Awareness of your vibratory rate, your note, this chord, this tone, and how it's fitting into the larger tone being played is critical. It first requires awareness. It requires discernment. What is your note versus somebody else's note? And then it is choice. What note would you like to play? Awareness, discernment, then choice. These are the three things that they're having us focus on right now today. What note would you like to play? If you tune into the tone of Mother Earth, for example, as you walk along her beaches or through her wooded trails or down a busy sidewalk, you may stop and ask yourself, am I in alignment with the frequencies coming from Mother Earth? Or am I aligning to something else? It's the awareness. Awareness as that first step, they said. To take the thought process further, you may decide, yes, I'm in alignment with this and I will stay here. Or you may decide, no, I'm not in alignment with the tone of Mother Earth and I wish to be in lockstep with her. I wish to be in alignment with Mother Earth. There you have set an intention. So first there was awareness, then there was some discernment, a decision being made, and then an intention set. And while you do have choice in this matter, being that it is vibration, there may be an acclimation period between your intention and the manifestation of that intention. So be patient with this process of alignment as it occurs. That's exactly what I have going on here with these guys. This is an acclimation process. So even in a micro moment, am I in alignment? No, I wish to be. There may be a vibratory alignment period that happens between the time you said, yes, I want to be in lockstep with Mother Earth, and the actually feeling of that. Okay. And here they go on. Another example. You may be walking down that busy sidewalk and you decide to stop and enter a store. You walk into that store. And if you are aware of the vibratory rate, awareness, you may feel that there is some heaviness, maybe some anger. Something feels off. What you don't know is that a couple just got in an argument with the cashier over a transaction and just stormed out in a rage. Okay. So you come in and you feel this heaviness. You're aware of this. Then the discernment. What are you going to decide? Am I going to also feel this heaviness and this anger? Or am I going to come back to my center and choose the higher vibratory rate I had before stepping into the store? And you set your intention. You may find yourself doing this often. Yeah. You don't have to be in the store wishing the vibration was different or wanting to fix it, and you're not even judging it, they said. You're aware, you have discernment whether or not it's yours, and you have set an intention for yourself. And if that intention is for the higher vibratory rate, that is how you are in service. Just by making that simple choice for yourself, that is how you're in service. That's so beautifully simple. You're using your freedom and your sovereignty and your vigilance to maintain the higher vibratory rate. One thing we do want to say about vibration. So they go on here. There's a caveat. There may be times when the heaviness is in fact coming from within you. It is important to honor those feelings. Feel these feelings and work to transmute them. So what does that mean? But feeling them is an important part of the karmic process. Feeling the remorse, my friends, is not an evil thing. It's an important part of the karmic balancing that happens here on this earth plane. Feeling into your feelings. The Galactic Federation of Lights talked about this a lot. This is quite a theme. Feeling into our feelings. Being conscious of them. Being aware of them. Then feeling into them. It's an important part of balancing our karma here on the planet. What you don't want to do is keep shoving that feeling, that heavy shadow feeling, under a rug, under a rock, behind a closed door, hoping, wishing, praying that it doesn't surface again. Because this is where we're at right now, is we are dealing with this stuff. This is all needing to come up to the surface. It's a good thing. And as the GFL has said, this is time for celebration. You're ready. All right, I'll keep going here. Awareness, discernment, choice through intention. The same process applies here. An example, you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes and you sit up in bed and you put your feet on the floor. You check in with yourself and you check in with your field. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling a low vibration today. Okay, so there's the awareness, they said. Number 2, discernment. Where is this coming from? Is this my sadness, or am I picking this up from somebody else or something else in my field? Is this me? Well, I believe this is my sadness, you decide. For the alchemical process to take place, where you are always vibrating at a higher strata, the sadness cannot be ignored. It can't be swept away. It can't be disregarded as being somebody else's. It needs to be honored. It needs to be looked at. And it needs to be felt in pure honesty. Tears may flow at this time. Perhaps a memory surfaces about a past roommate, a past friend, a past lover, a parent or a sibling who created a situation in which you feel sad about. And not just sad, but, anger, shame, whatever that low vibration might be. Okay. And then the questions start to arise. Well, yes, I feel remorse for that role that I played in that situation. Or it may be, I forgive that person because they did the best that they could with what they knew. Or that was all just a big mistake, a big misunderstanding. I'm going to call this person and see if we can talk. So those are kind of some of the choices, the intentions that you might set for yourself after you decide, yeah, this is me. I need to take a closer look at this. And you may instantly feel your field will lift with these realizations, possibly shining a light on a situation that's been buried in the depths of your energetic field, possibly for years. I know this happens. I'm seeing it for myself. I'm seeing it in the one-on-one sessions. This is a thing. It's happening. These are the times that you find yourselves in, my friends. All dark shadows must come to the light for reconciliation, rearticulation, deeper understanding, forgiveness, and ultimately love. And please don't forget the forgiveness for yourself. You forgiving you for whatever happened. Whatever may have been said or done that's causing you this sadness today. Knowing that you did the best you could at that time, at that frequency, with what you knew. We talk about this a lot. Breathing into that deeply, feeling it deeply, and allowing the relief that comes with this true knowing. Take care and time with these situations. Dear ones, we are with you always. All right, and that's really how they wrapped that up. Thank you so much, Melchizedek. So it was a couple hours today. Give this a try. Another thing you might want to try too is next time you're able to have 15 minutes of peace and quiet, if you could sit quietly without distraction and kind of, close your eyes and go through and just have a gut check, a vibration check with all the different facets of your lives. It's like, okay, relationship. Just feel into the energetics when you say the word to yourself or say it out loud. Relationship. And I'm talking about your main relationship. Family. Maybe you want to be more specific. Parents. Children. Brothers. Sisters. Job. Co-worker relationships. Place. Kind of where your home is. Where you are most of the time. Maybe there's other things, but for sure you might want to ask with self, how's the love for myself? Where am I at with self-forgiveness and self-love? And I'm talking unconditional love. Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. You are awesome. You are amazing. I love you. I'm so thankful for this body. I'm so thankful to be here on the planet. I'm so thankful to be a light worker. Wow. Love yourself unconditionally, team. Work on being able to say that and really own it and mean it. I certainly do. I love myself. I love myself unconditionally. I've forgiven myself for so many things. I have very few regrets. And even with those regrets, I understood what was going on at the time. So give yourself lots and lots of love, lots of leeway, lots of nurturing, and that doesn't mean that you are shuffling away things that need attention, just like Melchizedek was talking about. It's loving yourself enough to bring those things forward finally so that you can move past them. You're going to make room for the new, expansion, simplicity, decluttering. All right. Okay, team. I'm not going to see you tomorrow, Saturday, but I will see you Sunday. All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. Have a great night, great day, wherever you're at. Mwah.